today we were taking around a group of MPs from the All Parliamentary Environment Group, and the purpose was basically to get them to understand the laws that we're having to work within to do this project. I think unless you've actually tried to get a project like this going, it's a bit opaque as to what things like the Dangerous Wild Animals Act actually mean. At the moment, it's hugely restrictive, and so that's why we've had to spend almost £1 million extra on the fencing. The external fencing you can see behind me is only to keep people out of the bison area. It's not to keep the bison in. The inner fence, which is much smaller and cheaper, an electric fence, standard kind of stock fence, is all that bison actually require. And it's only a technicality that you can't allow people in because of that legislation, because of their classification. In Holland, people effectively walk on permissive paths or footpaths through areas with bison roaming through them in the same way that you'd walk through Richmond Park with red deer in it, not really thinking twice about it. But at the moment, because of this arcane legislation, we have to go to all of this extra trouble and cost. And that's not something that can be scaled up very easily. I really hope that off the back of this meeting we've got relationships which we're forming with MPs on this cross-parliamentary group, which will enable us to then push this kind of advocacy agenda to enable other projects to do what we're doing much easier, and for us actually to expand out from the area we've currently got the bison in across the broader Blean landscape. So for us it's a two-hander. We want the UK to be better enabled to use wilding at a larger scale with animals like bison in the mix. They need to be in the mix, otherwise you're just not going to get the ecological dynamism that we need for climate adaptation or for boosting biodiversity and bioabundance in the way we know is required.
Well, this is my first time here. I'm a Kent Wildlife Trust member, so I've been reading about the journey of the introduction of bison into the area. So I've seen it over the historic sort of kind of timeline of it, but actually being here and experiencing it is amazing. I share the passion of people at KWT and beyond in terms of wilding Kent. I think that it is really important that we think about the destruction that we've had on our countryside, the devastation that has caused to many of the natural kind of animals that were here centuries ago, and see how we can get them back and the conservation that they bring back into the county. So projects like this, yes, we've got these incredible, animals, but also what they're doing in the natural environment is hugely important.
I love it here. I've brought my children here. I've been coming here for decades, and I'm really proud that this is in my constituency and I can welcome other MPs here and show off about it, basically. It's fantastic to see the bison here and these really exciting projects that are taking place on my doorstep. We're showing that it can happen, it can make a difference. We're learning so much as we go through towards the 30 for 30 deadline about how much biodiversity and rewilding and all of the projects that they're interested in here and conservation are really incredibly important and at the heart of all of those things. So we need to keep talking about it.
I love animals, I love the environment, I love nature, but I'm also a politician. So let's be clear, inviting me here today along with some of my colleagues is about showing us what the challenges are because of regulations that are in place that needn't be there. And so, of course, I've got a huge amount of knowledge that I didn't have before I came today, and I think we will all take them back, some of the concerns, and see what we can do to change them.